Okay. What's the question?
It's all about this, when you come back and you kind of like, you're born again, like in Kabbalah, you hear that this is like your second or third visit in this world, you come back 3 or 4 times or something. Where does this come from? I'd like, could you tell me like how many times I've been here? Am I someone else back again?
First of all, I want to say that this class is not specifically for questions on Kabbalah. It's questions about halakha and hashkafa more. But I'm not saying that I will not answer questions that are related to Kabbalah, but try not to focus only on those questions, okay? even though people have a tendency to ask me only questions of Kabbalah.
We wonder why.
Yes, it's a big wonder. It's a big wonder. Anyhow, I'll try to make it, as they say, short and sweet.
Okay.
So the subject of Gilgulim, or as they say in English, reincarnation, is very, very, very complex. In a certain way, you can say it is parallel or similar to the same concept that they speak about in physics, that the same matter is going in transformation from one thing to another. So that you have like the atoms that are making the combinations for certain materials, and then they deteriorate, and then it becomes to be a new material, right?
Yeah.
So in the same way, you can say that there is some kind of spiritual matter that is the neshmot that Hashem created, and this spiritual matter is going through transformations from in different people, and sometimes it goes also to the minerals or the plants and the animals and different things, because of and obviously everything have a reason. So if it goes to a certain direction, it's for a reason. But sometimes we can't understand it. Sometimes there is explanations, but it is very, very complex.
His question, can it be I've answered people with a similar answer, but I really don't know what I'm talking about. I've compared it. Is it right to compare it to Wi-Fi internet? How a movie can transfer in the air. You can't even see it, but moving, sound, and pictures are going through the air. Needless to say that the soul could travel, that Hashem has created, and not only the Wi-Fi internet that humans create.
Right.
And Hashem is much more sophisticated.
Right. You can say that generally all of the technology that we have today, it gives us a better understanding about how the spiritual world is processing. Because like we see today, like in the past it was very difficult to understand those subjects of how like neshama goes from one place to another and so on. And today we can see like very easily we can see what happens in the other side of the world, like in real time, right? So if we can do it like with technology, so how much more so we can do that in a spiritual way? We can, right? So it's all of those things. Just an example, yeah. So what you said, yes, I agree with it.
But is there people out there that can tell you like how many times you've been here?
I think it's called regression.
There is people that can say different things. I don't know about someone that is like a prophet that is 100% correct.
Yeah.
Okay? But each person, according to his level, can reach to higher level of knowledge. Okay? So someone, and sometimes there is exceptions. You can find sometimes that people that are not in a spiritual level, but somehow they have ability to say like things that they don't have, they shouldn't have know about it, but they do somehow. So it happens, and there is different explanations about it. Maybe it's coming from the side of the bad side or whatever. There's okay. I'm not getting into that.
Rabbi, in this generation, like is there like an average of the whole population of the world that have been like kind of the same amount of reincarnations, or it's specifically to each person?
Obviously, it is specific, but you can make an average. Even though,
what would be? What would be the number of it?
3, 4.
3, 4?
Why only 3, 4? That doesn't seem many because it's the year 5,778. And it's just
Okay.
We all come from the same soul. I don't understand. We're
Okay,
all just
okay. It's
like a split soul.
your question is getting deeper, and
You want deep questions, right?
it's a little bit too deep for me to go right now. So I'll just summarize with the understanding that not every time that we have some kind of recycling of this spiritual matter that I spoke about, it will called incarnation. If it is deteriorate totally and there's a new identity, so it's not called reincarnation. It's like a new creation. Okay, so that it will be called reincarnation. It means that it is the same structure, the same spiritual structure that goes from one physical body to another. Okay, so that's why it's only 3 or 4, even though we are in the very advanced year. Okay, he sent you a note.
Wait, Robert, before I read the note, in terms of a tikkun, what would be, if it could put it into a balance, what would be worse for the neshama to go through, to gainom or to come to a reincarnation?
Okay, that's a good question, so I will answer that. The answer is that the neshama would prefer, for sure, to go to Gehenom. Because I say the Gehenom is like to go to put your clothing in a laundry machine. So if you are the shirt, it's not so nice, right? You're going like circling and with all the soap and hot water and cold water, and it's not nice. But the shirt comes out clean, right? So the Gehenom, it's a very hard process to go through, but in the end of it, you go clean and you can go to heaven, right? But when the neshama goes again to this world, who knows what will be with it? It can make sins, it can get to a worse situation than the way it came with, right? So the neshama is afraid to come to this world. So for sure it prefers to go to Gehenom. And also the Gehenom is a very limited time. He said that Mishpat Rashem Gehenom Yudbet Chodesh. The 12 months is the maximum punishment according to our heritage. Even though there is exceptions, they say that Yeshke is still in Gehenom, but there is the normally it's 12 months. That's the maximum, and then the neshama goes to Gan Eden. So very happy to go to Gehenom, right? And there is even worse punishment that's coming back to this world. That is like it's called limbo. So, that it's not in the physical, not in the spiritual, not in the Gehenom, not in Gan Eden, like stuck. Then that's the worst for the neshamot.
That can happen.
It can happen, yeah. And there's a solution according to Rav Yudah Ptaya Zatzal, that he brings a certain ceremony to do. It's called the Tikkun Niftarim. That some yeshivot and המקובלים, they organize like a minyan, and they do all of Sefer Tehillim with the blowing of the shofar in the middle and different things, and then they dedicate that for a certain neshama that needs tikkun, and then they according to the book of Rav Yudah Ptaya, so this neshama will or come as a Gilgul or go to Gehenom, but it will go out of this limbo state.
What if someone forgets about the name of this special person? He gets lost forever until Hashem somehow.
There's different ways, no?
We don't know, but it's possible to do something for a person that you don't know the name. It's possible, but it's obviously it's less effective, but it's something.